And we are back for the second to last match in Casper. Here are the volleyball state playoffs for 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. About to commence their third place matches before the finals happen here at 4 p.m. We are broadcasting this 3A match between Mountain View and Douglas. And then the Lyman Eagles and the Rawlins Outlaws are going to play afterwards at 4 p.m. to decide the 3A finals, only on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3. Still announcing the starting lineups for all 8 teams playing now. They're going to do them all at the same time, so that is what we were waiting for. Start every single match at the same time, try to make it as fair as possible. So it looks like we are all set to go here in Casper, as the Mountain View Lady Buffaloes are all lined up and ready to go. All the teams will come to the court and shake their hands as a little bit of a pause as the players came together, waiting for that official's referee whistle to blow. And all 8 teams meet at their respective nets to shake hands, and then all 8 teams now in a huddle on their side of the court. Nothing better here than watching some 3A volleyball and seeing really just all of the action, just the entirety of everything here. It is something special for sure. So we are set to go here in Casper. It will be Douglas serving the ball first here to start this 3A match between the Mountain View Buffaloes and the Douglas Bearcats. The Douglas Bearcats lost to Lyman in that opening semifinal game yesterday. They defeated Lander earlier today, and now they are here. Mountain View defeated Powell earlier today to get here. Georges on the outside is going to set up Frankie Jenkins, looking at the first point, cannot finish it. On the outside, and immediately we have a stoppage of play. As the ball from the 4A court rolls onto our court, almost dangerously underneath one of the Douglas players ready to attack one of those balls. So as it stands, we will replay that first point. Ball floats over the net on the serve. Lindy Herford, Allie Rinker. Allie Rinker slaps it long out of play. So that's how the first point will end in this third place match between Douglas and Mountain View. Another ball rolls onto the court. The 4A having trouble controlling their volleyballs from going into our court. So we're going to restart our second point here. We're a little bit behind because we've had to stop 2 points already. But this one gets off and underway. Lindy Herford off the serve. Looked like she tried to bump it, and then at the last moment decided she wanted to try to set it with her hands, and because of that, it's a double hit, and it will be Mountain View's possession. Or, excuse me, it'll be Douglas' possession. 2-0 Douglas here on the outside. And that is out of play there. Douglas, that was number 27, Jocelyn Ego, trying to get that hit to go up the sideline, but could not get it to go. And immediately Kelsey Georges back to serve here for Mountain View. That ball is up on the outside, swinging forward and connecting. That was the big 6'4" sophomore Allison Fertig on that one. Got all of it and connected there for the kill. See a lot of Lyman Blue in the crowd, excited for this championship match to follow this third place match. And that ball off of the Douglas serve is right on the sideline and out of play. They let it go, and it will be a Mountain View point, so a service error. Anyway, finishing up that point, a lot of Lyman Blue. Feels like even more fans might have traveled here on Saturday that haven't been here all weekend. But as of right now, Lyman is dominating, just looking around the entire arena. Lyman fans are dominating the arena scene right now. It seems like 75% of the crowd here in the Casper Event Center is Lyman Blue. And the only reason I say Lyman Blue, there are some blue teams here, but I can clearly see the Lyman Eagles logo on a lot of these shirts and Lyman text. So that is how I know. Of course, Douglas is blue right now, so not every fan that is wearing blue is a Lyman fan in front of this 3A court, as well as Rollins in the next match. They are red and blue, so it'll be an all-blue semifinal, or third place, with Douglas and then Rollins and Lyman both wearing blue in the championship match. That serve is off the hands of Lindy Herford and out of play there, and it will be a Douglas point. They lead 5-3 in this one. On the outside, Georges to Lindy Herford. She sets it up on the wide to Hayden Rhodes. Hayden Rhodes going to attack it. She taps it over a double block of Rinker and Haley Herford. This one goes over to Lindy Herford. She taps it over the block. And in the back line, Allie Bugis sends it long and out of play. Allie Bugis sees the ball go long and out of play. She lets it go, and that is a Mountain View point. 5-4 here, Mountain View trailing in set number 1. On the outside, and that one is in to the net, and not going to be successful there. Hayden Rhodes not able to see that one go, and Bugis going to serve here. Gets it up, and on the outside, Hayden Rhodes swinging for it, and Hayden Rhodes sees it go off of a block of Haley Herford and out of play, so that's going to be a Douglas point. And it's 6-5 here. Douglas leading this one and will serve in this match. Douglas going to be serving. That was number 13, Andy Hunziker. On the outside, swinging for it. That's Haley Stevens, gets her over, just able to be kept alive by Douglas. They send it back onto the Mountain View side where Stevens says, I'll just try again, and she does get this one off the block of Camden Townsend and out of play. It is going to be Mountain View's point here. They are tied at 6. The serve from Haley Herford goes over the net. On the outside, Stevens, Georges. On the outside, Lindy Herford rockets that off the arms of Andy Hunziker and out of play. That serve is over onto the Mountain View side and onto the Douglas side, and a double hit there once again from Andy Hunziker, and that will be a Mountain View point. And Mountain View just gives it right back as Haley Herford sees her serve go on a line drive into the net there, and it's an 8-7 score line here. Mountain View with the lead. This is going to be set up Stevens wide to Haley Herford. Haley Herford sends it over the net. Frankie Jenkins with a dive, keeps it alive, sends it over to Lindy Herford. Lindy Herford goes to the back line into the libero Aubrey Schuldes in the lime green libero jersey. This in the back left corner after Mountain View hits it over. On the other side, swinging for it, that was number 27, Jocelyn Ego. And Ego misses that one. The sophomore tried to connect up the far sideline, could not get it all, and it is 9-7, Mountain View with the lead. Ego gonna try again, and Ego sends it wide out of play there. And that will be another Mountain View point. So a quick 4-0 run here for Mountain View. They lead this thing 10-7. Schuldes gonna be set up to Rhodes. Rhodes not able to finish it. In the middle, Lindy Herford just bumps it over the net. It's going to be the middle again, and that one is in. Camden Townsend found the back line there. The lines judge rolled it in after Mountain View let it go, and it is 10-8. This one up and over the net. Lindy Herford on the outside. Frankie Jenkins bumps it over the net. This one in the middle, kept alive, Bugis. Over to Haley Herford, and bump back over from Haley Stevens onto the Douglas side. On the outside, swinging for it. Haley Herford is there, sent over to Frankie Jenkins. Frankie Jenkins lined up like she was going to jump for it and attack it. And at the last second, she just did not jump and just decided to try to roll it over the net, but she came up flat on that one, and it's 10-9 Mountain View. And off that serve, Bugis goes way into the back, hits it way into the back corner, and just like Olivia Smith did yesterday, Haley Herford is tangled up in that net. Haley Herford went into the net, diving, trying to make a stop there, and like I said, the holes in the net are like cargo net holes, so they're very big, and Haley Herford saw her foot tangled up there. Her teammates decided to more laugh at her than help her, but eventually a couple teammates came over and helped her escape the net there, and after a service error on this next point, Douglas trails 11-10. After the serve, that one is blocked by Rinker in the middle, and up the sideline, it is in. Off of the block of Rinker, it goes all the way to the left side of the court. It lands right on the sideline, and that is a point for Mountain View. 12-10 here, the lead for the Buffalo. On the outside, and that's Fertig, the big 6'4" target for Douglas. Wastes no time elevating and just hits it on a downward stroke right towards the net there, and Mountain View is leading here 12-11. I don't know why I said 1, but Mountain View is leading this one 12-11. On the outside, swinging for Frankie Jenkins, sees her hit go straight into the net and ricochet right back at her. So we are tied up once again here, 12-all. As is the score on the 4A court between Star Valley and Thunder Basin. Rinker going to set up in the middle, and Schultes sticks out her arms, and she is there. Fertig throws it off the block, or throws it off of the dig of Haley Herford. Said try to dig this one up, and the high heater, the rocket there, too hot for Haley Herford. Haley Herford and Lindy Herford both dove out of the way for that one on the serve, and it goes clean through the court and out of play. It's 13-all. In set number 1, and Kelsey Georges is back to serve. Georges serves. Schultes going to be set up middle. Fertig blocked by Rinker. And Rinker and Haley Herford both come up big there on a double block in the middle. Tough to block a 6'4" hitter, but that's what happened there, and Mountain View retakes the lead at 14-13. Fertig in the middle, blocked by Rinker, kept alive. Bugis going to send this over to Jenkins on the other side. Fertig trying to block, cannot get it. And this one sent over by Rhodes. Both Lindy Herford and Bugis collide, seem to be okay. Rotation back to normal here for Mountain View. Georges, second ball coming over to Jenkins. Jenkins taps it over Fertig. Fertig's able to get a paw on it and put it back onto the Mountain View side. Back row attack from Lindy Herford. She throws it off the hand of Fertig, her left hand, and kind of went towards the sideline and landed in the court. So that's another Mountain View point. They lead this one 15-13. The Mountain View fans cheering here. 15-13 in this one. Blocked at the net by Rinker and Lindy Herford. That's back row attack from Camden Rhodes, and Camden Rhodes sends it well out of play. And that's going to be a timeout for the head coach, the mother of Hayden Rhodes. Angela Rhodes will call that timeout. Stay tuned on My Local Radio in 98.3 KDQ.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
Back here at the Casper Event Center, lots going on as fans are still streaming their way in. I had talked to head coach Brescia Hansen of the Lyman Eagles. I talked to her live on the radio. If you missed that interview with her and star player Cassidy Nelson, you can go and watch the semifinal stream of last night's Mountain View and Rollins match. At the beginning of that stream, I was able to interview both head coach Brescia Hansen and Cassidy Nelson. That serve is off the hands of Bugis and gets it over to Haley Herford, but Haley Herford just tried to tap it one hand, kind of back over her head over the net, and unsuccessful. 16-14 is the lead for Mountain View. Georges on the outside, Haley Herford, and Haley Herford swings and knocks it clean through the court. That one clean through the court. And it's 16-15. Douglas trying to fight their way back into this one. It has been a first set of runs here. A couple 3-0, 4-0 runs for both teams. And that one thrown off the back line from Rinker. In the back line, that was number 27, Jocelyn Ego. Could not handle it. Scholdes was also in the area as the libero. And it's a Mountain View point. 17-15, the Buffaloes lead. Frankie Jenkins over to Scholdes on the outside. Swinging is Fertig, and Fertig is blocked by Allie Rinker in the middle, but Rinker comes down with it on her side of the net there, and it is 17-16. So anyway, just wrapping up that story, that quick story. I had talked with head coach Parisha Hansen, and I just let her know to tell her players and some of the fans coming here from Lyman maybe show up a little bit early because Rollins is expecting a full crowd here, and I wanted to give Lyman obviously the best opportunity to get those marquee seats right in the front few rows, and looks like they have obliged as this section right in front of this 3-0 court is mostly Lyman in blue and Mountain View purple right now. So blocked at the net there, but into the net goes Megan Hertz. Megan Hertz, a jump ball at the net, just tried to push it over, but ball kind of sat up there, so she had to kind of wait for it, and by the time it was coming down, she was on her own side of the net. That's where the ball landed. It's 19-16 Mountain View. Bugas sends it to the back line, and that's going to be an ace as Scholdes goes colliding into a trash can in the back corner of the court there, and it's 20-16. Bugas dribbling the ball on the back line. She will serve. She floats it over the net. Rhodes going to get it back after a set, and Bugas knocks it into the net behind the court, and that's going to be a Douglas point. So Douglas, trailing 20-17, will need a run here, or two, to get back into this set. Trailing by 3, but they do have the possession. They do have the serve here. On the outside, swinging for it on the serve, and that's into the net. That was Madison Tillard on the serve there. Came up just shy of that one. And back to serve is Haley Herford of Mountain View with a 21-17 lead. Blackjack, if we were in Las Vegas. On the outside, Haley Herford over to Georges. Stevens is going to get it off after the set, and she slams it off of Scholdes, and Rhodes tried to finish it, but Jenkins was there, and Jenkins tries to do the same exact thing. This time, Rhodes kind of moves it around her, and Jenkins not able to collapse quick enough there, and it is 21-18 the score right now as Douglas wins that point. Rhodes to serve. Jenkins lets it go, and it is out of play. A service error there has killed Douglas in this first set. Remember yesterday I was talking with head coach Angela Rhodes of the Bearcats, and she had said against Lyman they wanted to get some aces and obviously get some free points there, but today it has been the opposite. They have a lot of service errors which have cost their team, and Angela Rhodes is going to take a timeout here after that ball goes out of bounds on the far sideline, and Mountain View high fives all around. Diana Timms, a big smile on her face as her team is leading this first set 23-18. Diana Timms talking with each player as they drink their Gatorade, water, Powerade, whatever they have down there. And on the other side, the Douglas bench, the Douglas huddle, seems a little bit more animated right now. Angela Rhodes really getting after her players on the sideline. Meanwhile, the Mountain View players seem to be content with what everything is going on here. A first set of runs. Mountain View fans look to cheer on their team, hopefully to a first set victory, as it's hard to tell with all of the blue, since Douglas, once again, is blue. It's hard to tell exactly how many Douglas fans are here, but as I said earlier, it does feel like there are a lot of Lyman fans already seated and waiting, kind of reserving their spot for that championship match coming up next on mylocalradio.com. This serve over the net. And that's Townsend in the middle, dug up by Bugas. Bugas going to back row attack this, send it over to Rhodes. In the middle, coming on the outside, tapped at the block and back onto the Douglas side. Here's on the outside, swinging for it. That is Haley Herford, not able to finish the point there. This one's going to be a back row attack for Rhodes. Rhodes cannot finish it. Georges, she's going to set it outside. Jenkins swings, and Jenkins is out. That ball went through the court. No touch at the net is the call. And Douglas staying alive here in the first set. They trail 23-19. Almost at the conclusion of this first set. Georges blocked at the net there. First ball from Haley Herford went up to the net where Georges just tried to tap it over on the second ball, but 6'4" Allison Fertig was coming up big for her team, and that one is clear through the court. That was Camden Townsend, the sophomore. Another service error, probably the 6th service error, I believe, of this first set for Douglas, and set point here for Mountain View, 24-20. In the middle, Fertig slams it down right through the wickets of Allie Rinker, who's trying to block her in the middle, and Stevens checks out as Bugis comes back in as the libero. Back to serve is Jocelyn Ego, and it's 24-21. Lindy Herford over to Georges on the outside. Frankie Jenkins going to swing left, going right corner. Schultes was there. Ego blocked, dug up there by Bugis, but she sent it the wrong way. A little bit too hot to handle there, and it's 24-22. And a timeout, Diana Timms. So Diana Timms just going to be plain and simple with her instructions here. We're leading 24-22. We need 1 point here in these next 2 points. Otherwise, it will be all tied up, and we can still win the set, but obviously they don't want to go there. Douglas, a little more concise. It has to be perfect play. They've rebounded from 24 to, I believe it was 24-20, and now it's 24-22. As a "We Are MV" for Mountain View chant rings out here. Once again, a lot of Mountain View fans and some of those Lyman fans even cheering on their rival here on the 3rd place match. Obviously not playing each other, so you can root for your rival maybe. 24-22, set point again for Mountain View. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins blocked at the net. Fertig sends it back. Georges, Jenkins again. She's going to send it to the back line. Dive there from Rhodes. Keeps it alive on the outside. Ego tapped at the net from Rinker. Bugis, Georges, Rinker looking to finish it. Rinker slams it off, and that's going to be a carrying violation. And that's how the first set will end, as Megan Hertz had a carrying violation. Allison Fertig went for a block. Megan Hertz stayed on the ground, and Rinker saw that and just threw it right towards the body of Megan Hertz. And that's going to do it here for the first set on the 3A court. A 25-22 first set. Mountain View enjoying the advantage after 1 set. Join us on KADQ 98.3 and mylocalradio.com after this commercial break.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Back here in Casper Event Center, where Mountain View is serving to start the second set. Fertig in the middle, and Fertig slams it up the near sideline right in front of Diana Timms to start the second set there. And in the back row, serving is Townsend. Townsend gets it up and keeps it alive. Georges, Haley Herford touches the tape, gets it over the net. On the outside, Rhodes rolls it over the net. Bugis is there. Georges going to set this up. Rinker taps it up and keeps it alive. On the outside, now it's Fertig, and that's going to be a carry on Kelsey Georges as she had to deal with that heavy spike of Allison Fertig on that one, and it is 2-0. Allie Rinker on the outside. Rhodes going left to right. Hits that sideline. Lindy Herford pushes it to the back corner, and Lindy Herford, that's how Mountain View is going to get the first point of the second set for them as they now trail 2-1. She saw that back right corner exposed across from the bench near in the 4A court, and she found that open area. Scholdes receives the serve. This can be set up Fertig in the middle, and Lindy Herford with the block right on this 6'4" Allison Fertig. So height, obviously an advantage, but not always the determining factor. Sometimes it's just all about heart, and Lindy Herford had plenty of it there as she blocked the 6'4" Allison Fertig. On the outside, Rhodes swinging forward, and it is out of play. Right up that near sideline on the left side. Once again, if you're just joining us, Douglas in the blue and red uniforms going right to left on your dial or on your computer screen. Mountain View wearing their purple jerseys again will go left to right. It's going to be on the outside. Fertig swinging and right off the hands of Jenkins. Ball rolls all the way into the 4A court. And it is 3-all here as Douglas ties this back up here. Scholdes to serve. Scholdes serves, gets the serve off. Jenkins. Or actually, Herford. Excuse me there. On the outside, Rhodes swinging for it. Georges not going to get that one. Georges kind of swing her arms out really quick, not able to react fast enough, and that is a Douglas kill there. They lead 4-3 here in this second set. Scholdes back to serve, gets it off, and that is out of play. And Scholdes has a service error. There was 8 service errors in that first set for Douglas. Kind of what cost them, as I said earlier in the day, if you didn't hear, usually 5 is cutting it close there, but any more than 6, rarely do you have a team win that set with 6+ service errors in one set. So some teams, like maybe a Lyman, could overcome that. You know, one of the best teams in the state. I would say the best team in the state, Lyman Eagles. But obviously for a team maybe less talented, not bashing Douglas or even Mountain View, I'm just saying if you have 6+ service errors in any set in this third place match, it's not going to work out because the other team on the other side of the court is just as talented as you are. Lindy Herford tries to get the kill, but it is blocked at the net there. I believe that was, yes, Riley Seeds, the setter, going up for the block there, and she was able to reject that one. Back to serve is Douglas. Bugis receives the serve. Georges going to set up middle. Stevens blocked at the net, comes down on the Douglas side. Seeds got the block. But unfortunately for her, it came down on her side of the net, and it is 6-5. Douglas with the lead here as Haley Herford back to serve. Herford, a short serve, and too short on that one as it goes into the net. And on her own side of the net, so a service error for Mountain View will give the point back to Douglas. They trail, Mountain View trails 7-5 here with a 1-set advantage. Georgia's going to set up middle. Herford pushes it to the back line, and that one just a miscommunication there as Andy Hunsiker was in front of the ball, and Hayden Rhodes was behind her, and at the last moment, Hunsiker let the ball go, and Rhodes was not expecting it, so the ball hit the ground. Another short serve by a Hereford. This time Lindy on the short serve gets it into the net. So back-to-back service errors after winning a point for Mountain View. Both Herefords not lucky enough to get that point. And that is in, right up the sideline. And Lindy Hereford, always the, I hope she doesn't mind, but always the overdramatic one. She let that go right on the sideline, right in front of head coach Diana Timms. And the far lines judge on the opposite side of the court, who has that entire line, called it in. And she kind of pointed to a spot on the court and said, "Come on, I let that go for a reason." No need to let that one go because Fertig plants one on the court there, and after a 3-0 run, it is 10-6, and a timeout is needed by Diana Timms. We're going to take the timeout, too, on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Back here at the Casper Event Center, where both teams are just about to break their huddle here. Mountain View and Douglas on the court, playing for third place in this state playoffs. Our championship match is coming up next at 4 p.m. is scheduled when all of the championship matches will start. On the outside, swinging for it, that was Camden Townsend on the serve. Fertig slaps it over the net back onto the Mountain View side. Mountain View free ball coming in. Rhodes on the outside, swinging forward, and that is blocked at the net, kept alive. Fertig going to set up on the outside. Jocelyn Ego again. Georges, middle. Haley Stevens blocked by Fertig in the middle, and that is going to be another Douglas point. 11-6 in this one now. Georges on the outside. Bugis rolls it over the net. Kept alive. Rolled over the net there. And on the outside, Mountain View sends it back. Townsend was there. And Hereford makes a dive for this one in the back row. But Fertig got the best of her on that one again. And Fertig with another kill there. It is 12-6. Douglas has doubled up Mountain View in this second set. Back to serve is Townsend. Barely gotten over there. Nice dig from Mountain View, and that's all they need. Lindy Hereford had to go on her knees and kind of dive for that one. And the line drive dig sent it right back over the net on a line drive, and Douglas is not ready for it. A carry violation is 12-7. Mountain View trailing. In the middle, Ego. And Ego gets the kill on that one. Jocelyn Ego went from the right side to the back middle. Nobody there, and it is 13-7. Back to serve once again. Ego. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins going to swing for it. Diving effort there by Rhodes. Rhodes going to get up and back row attack this. Right to Jenkins. Jenkins was there. Gets over her setter and gets it right back. Sends it to Rhodes. In the middle, Fertig, and Fertig gets the line on that one. Far sideline. Actually hit the lines judge on a bounce, and then she made the call. Was in. 14-7. The lead here. As this arena is packing more and more fans in, streaming for this championship match following this, live on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins tapped up, and Fertig sees a roll off of her hand as she tried to keep it alive and out of play there. So it is 14-8. Mountain View going to go need to go on a run here to stay alive in set number 2. Georges serves, Schultes receives. Fertig lets it go, and Rhodes will just push it over the net. Georges going to set up Jenkins on the outside. Jenkins blocked by Fertig. Both Haley Herford and Georges come together. Neither one can decide which one's going to get the ball there, and it is 15-8. Ball is rolled back to Douglas, serving here. Townsend on the serve. On the outside, Herford rolls it over the net. Diving save by Rhodes, kept alive on a pancake. Schultes gets it over the net. Georges to Rinker in the middle, and Rinker is blocked straight back down by the 6'4". The 6'4" blocker. That was Allison Fertig. There's only one 6'4" player, or at least that I've seen here on the 3A courts. And that is Allison Fertig, and she's causing mayhem on the court. And that third ball not able to be put over the net there by Megan Hertz, and it is 16-9. So Mountain View going to need one of their key serving runs that they've seen before. Jenkins serving. This one's on the outside. Fertig blocked, kept alive. Georges on the outside. Lindy Herford, diving save by Rhodes, keeps it alive on the outside, and it's blocked down by Rinker. I believe that was Megan Hertz again trying to just get it over the net, and Rinker said, no thank you, this is my area. And it's 16-10 in set number 2. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins on the serve, and she hits it clear out of bounds. So Douglas had the issue with a lot of service errors in set number 1, and now Mountain View has the service error issue here in set number 2. Lindy Herford. Actually, that was Haley Herford spiking that, and right in front of that backline defense, Lily Hayes not able to get on top of that one. And it's 17-11. Allie Bugis, Mountain View's best server, back to serve. This one over the net, and that's going to be an ace. An ace from Allie Bugis, as once again, Lily Hayes didn't expect the ball on her so quick. And that's what happens with Allie Bugis as she gets a signal from her coach to determine the serving style and where to place the ball. She gets it over on this serve. Rhodes taps it over. Georges, Bugis second ball, going to bump it over in a set to Lindy Herford. Lindy Herford gets it right back, bumps it alive. Bugis pushed over by Haley Herford on the outside. Rhodes blocked and out of play there. Haley Stevens had the block. Put away right into the Douglas bench after that block, and it's 18-12. Douglas leading here in set number 2. On the outside, Andy Hunsiker going to serve here on the right side. Gets it over to Jenkins. Georges. Haley Herford blocked at the net. Diving effort in the back line. Not quick enough from Frankie Jenkins as it was blocked at the net, went to the back right corner. And it is 19-12. 19-12 is the score here. And that one's into the net. So a service error from Douglas. Their befalling point in set number 1. They hope it's not the same way in set number 2 here. They lead 19-13, but the service error gives Mountain View the possession. In the middle, Rhodes going to attack it. Rolls off the net, kept alive momentarily. Up at the net, and nope, there is going to be a carrying violation on Mountain View. They had pancaked it, but that second ball, I believe it was Haley Herford, got her palm open, and she hit it straight up, so that was a carrying violation. And it's 20-13. Frankie Jenkins on the outside. Haley Stevens blocked at the net by Fertig. Or excuse me, that was Hertz. And that was pushed over by Lindy Herford. She went from the far near left side right to the near right side of the court. Right over the net, cross court, found the spot. 20-14. Mountain View trails. Townsend in the middle, and Townsend, not sure if it was touched by Mountain View, but it just rolled over the net and fell right next to the double block, and it is 21-14. And a timeout. Diana Timms, we're going to take a timeout too on MyLocalRadio.com and KADQ 98.3.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Back here, set number 2. Coming to a conclusion here. It's 21-14. Douglas with the lead. And serving here is, once again, Camden Townsend back to serve. On the court for Mountain View, it is Georges, Stevens, both Herefords, Bugis, and Jenkins. Georges will get this second ball, send it over to Jenkins. Jenkins slams it off the block of Hertz and Fertig. And that's a Mountain View point. So Mountain View trying to climb back into this one, trailing 21-15. Schultes, the libero, back in on the back line. Kept alive momentarily. Off the serve. On the outside, Rhodes. Georges. Rinker taps it over, a triple block. And Rinker, what a play there. Saw a triple block, a rare 3-person block there. And because of that, that entire front side of the court was open. She just tapped it over him and got it in. 16-21, Mountain View trailing, trying to fight their way back into this one. Fertig on the outside. Haley Stevens makes a dive for it, puts her hand on her over her head after diving on the court, knowing that maybe she could have had that one. She just missed, and it's 22-16. Douglas here looking to close in on a set victory. On the outside, and a serve here from Douglas. Georges keeps it alive. Third ball from Jenkins, tapped off the block. Rhodes in the back line, ready for it. On the outside, swinging. That was Jocelyn Ego. Frankie Jenkins going to tap it again, this time a little bit too far as Rhodes was there, and back onto the Mountain View side. Frankie Jenkins going to swing for it. Schultes keeps it alive via set and just rolled over. A free ball for Mountain View. Georges going to give this free ball to Frankie Jenkins. Frankie Jenkins goes far left side to the near right side. Once again, she has done that several times today where she hasn't tried to pound it through the court. She just looks, she sees that they're double blocked. The girl from the left side is rotated to the middle, so that left side of the court is open, and she found it. Rhodes takes the serve. Fertig in the middle. Bugis digs it up, way up there. Georges comes in for the second ball. Rinker just taps it over. A free ball for Douglas. Fertig again trying to swing. Bugis again with a dig. This time Fertig, a jump ball at the net, keeps it alive. And a long rally continues on the other side. Ego is blocked there by Haley Herford, and that is in play. Haley Herford blocks it, keeps it alive in play, and a timeout for Angela Rhodes. We're going to take the timeout too here on MyLocalRadio.com and KADQ 98.3. Stay with us.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Well, Mountain View not ready to just accept that they will be tied up at one set apiece here. They're going to try their very best to get back into this one. Down 22-18 now. It's gotten a whole heck of a lot closer, and some of these Mountain View fans are ready to cheer on their team. Schultes takes the serve. Seed's going to set up Fertig, and Fertig goes right by Bugis. Bugis not quick enough to receive that one, and it is 23-18. So 23-18, Douglas 2 points away from taking this second set here from Mountain View. That one over the net. Georges on the outside, or actually going to give it to the middle to Rinker, blocked. Right back onto the Mountain View side. Georges going to back set this one. Jenkins just taps it over, and Frankie Jenkins gets a kill there. Fertig turns around and says, my bad, maybe I shouldn't have touched it. She was on her way back to the ground when she was touched. She tried to keep it alive, flick it backwards, and her teammates behind her didn't like that because they were in position. 23-19, Frankie Jenkins to serve. Frankie Jenkins gets it over the net. On the outside, Camden Rhodes going to swing for it, or Hayden Rhodes, excuse me. Hayden Rhodes swings for it, hits the net, goes right back onto her own side, and it's 23-20. So Mountain View trying their very best to come all the way back in this one. Frankie Jenkins to serve, her team trailing by 3, 23-20. Seed's going to set up Furtick, blocked at the net. Bugis second ball. This needs to be powerful from, actually that was only the second ball, but the third ball goes to Haley Hereford in the middle of the court, and Hereford just whiffed on that one on a bump. She tried to bump it over her head backwards and only went about a couple feet. So it's a set point here for Douglas, 24-20. Bugis receives the serve. Georges going to set it up wide to Lindy Hereford. She tries to go for that corner, and she's got it. Far left corner. She found it, and that is a play from Mountain View. So 24-21. Bugis to serve. Just who you want to serve if you're Mountain View. This would be a perfect time to get a couple aces in a row for Bugis. This time it's received by Scholdes. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes blocked, and did it hit the sideline? It did! Douglas was celebrating. They really thought that ball was out of bounds, but it was blocked at the net and right on the sideline. It's 24-23. Actually, it still says 24-22 on the scoreboard. So either I got ahead of myself or the scoreboard hasn't been updated. I think it is 24-22, I guess. Looks like it's as updated as it's going to get, so I apologize there. It's 24-22. Mountain View will serve. They'll need to win the next 2 points here as Allie Bugis will take the serve after this Angela Rhodes timeout. We're going to keep it here on KADQ 98.3 and mylocalradio.com. So Angela Rhodes, her final timeout. Diana Timms has exhausted her 2 timeouts. And it is all set here as both teams waltz back out onto the court. 24-22 the lead here for Mountain View. Mountain View trailing but leading 1-0. On the outside, Bugis serves. Kept alive there by Lily Hayes. On the outside, Hayden Rose swinging. Kept alive, Jenkins. Georges over to Lindy Hereford, and Lindy Hereford gets blocked at the net, but it comes down on Megan Hurt's side of the net, and it is 24-23. 3 points in a row here for Mountain View, and they are 1 point away from forcing a tiebreak here in the second set. Kept alive at the net, Hayden Rhodes. Hayden Rhodes, did she hit it? She did! Oh my goodness! Mountain View is left stunned on the court there as that ball from Hayden Rhodes went to the back left corner. The far official on the line, probably a full 50 feet away from that one, made the call. She said it was in. That is a rough call there. The down official not giving any help to the lines judge there, and that is how the set will end. A 25-23 second set goes in favor of Douglas. We'll be right back here on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
That is a tough way to end the second set for Mountain View. Hayden Rhodes attacked the ball at the net from the left side. It went up the near sideline to the Mountain View bench in that far left corner. That line is covered by the line judge, which is on this near side, but it is on the opposite side of the court. And that ball was all the way in the corner, and it was a delayed call. It was almost like the line judge didn't know she had to make the call. She eventually did, and it was a call of out of bounds call, and that's how the second set ended as Douglas took it 25-23, and Haley Stevens will check out. Bugus back in to start this third set. We'll go at least 4. We play best of 5, even in this third place match. Jenkins over to Rinker. Rinker slaps it over the net, kept alive on the outside, swinging for it, keeps it up. Georges on the outside. Frankie Jenkins blocked at the net. That was once again the big Allison Fertig. And Allison Fertig wasting no time getting her name back into the action here in this third set as she gives her team a 1-0 lead. Jenkins going to get it back here after the setup from Lindy Herford. On the outside, swinging for it is Ego. Diving in is Jenkins. Second ball, Georges. Back row attack, Lindy Herford. Saving it is Rhodes. On the outside, Jocelyn Ego going to tap it over a double block, and Frankie Jenkins tried to dive in there and could not get there in time. It is 2-0. Douglas leads here in set number 3, all tied up at 1 apiece in sets. This one's over the net. Georges on the outside. That's still alive as Jenkins had to see if that was a carry, and there is a ball loose on the court from the 4A court, so that will stop the play, and we will restart from the beginning here. 2-0 the score. As I see Jason Hansen and Brescia Hansen walking through the heavy Lyman crowd here. Jason Hansen, the activities director for Lyman. And that is straight up the middle, and Fertig blasts that one through the court, and it's 3-0. Timms just kind of rolls her neck around that one as she's not happy at the 3-0 start here for Douglas in set number 3. Georges on the outside. Frankie Jenkins taps it over. Kept alive. On the other side, Ego's going to tap it over Rinker. Georges going to set it up wide. Frankie Jenkins blocked, but she had the quick enough reactions to get back under it. On the outside, Ego, Bugus. Georges going to set this up wide to Jenkins. Jenkins rolls it over the net. Kept alive. Bugus. Georges. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins, and Frankie Jenkins goes into the net on that one. And it is 4-0 here. Diana Timms crouching in front of her assistant coaches and walked towards the court, but no timeout call. She's just directing Frankie Jenkins and some of her team around in rotation-wise. Kept alive. On the outside, Georges. Bugus back row attack, cannot finish it. Fertig slams it off the block of Rinker, and a diving Haley Herford cannot get to it in time. And it's 5-0. Douglas leads here in set number 3. 5 consecutive points. We're going to take the timeout with Diana Timms and the Mountain View Buffaloes. Join us after this commercial break.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Back here in Casper, where Douglas serving with a 5-0 lead, and that is how Mountain View will get their first point of this third set as Douglas spikes one into the net off the serve, and Georges is back lined up with the ball ready to serve. Her team trailing 5-1 here in set number 3. On the outside, tapped up at the net, and Fertig puts it away, blasts that one right by the defense, and it's 6-1. As Lindy Herford couldn't get to it in time. And back to serve is Douglas. Creeps over the net there. Frankie Jenkins. On the outside, blocked, and that one, Lindy Herford looked over to the official. I don't know what she had wanted, maybe a double touch or something on that spike. Did not get it, and it is 7-1. Douglas leading in this match. This one gets over the net. Jenkins received. Georges on the outside. Haley Herford, and Haley Herford sends it long out of play, and the timeout from Diana Timms. Well, it got them 1 point. It has not been that successful so far. Her team trails 8-1, and just like that, she's going to call her second and final timeout of this third set. We're going to stay right here on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3 as Diana Timms directing her team. I think maybe, just maybe, that second set and the way it ended in particular really holding heavy here for Mountain View, because they felt that that ball was still alive and out of play, and that could have been a 24-all second set, but unfortunately for them, after rallying all the way back, they fell just shy of the mark and lost that second set 25-23, and Douglas has used that momentum that they gained in that second set to advance here 8-7. They have the lead here, and just to give you some updates across, every single court is in that third set. Every single court except for the 4A court is tied at 1 apiece. On the 4A court, Star Valley leads Thunder Basin 2-0. So tight third place matches all around. You can see some tight championship matches coming up next as well. Back to serve is Ego. Gets it over to Bugis. Georges on the outside. Lindy Herford. And Lindy Herford slams it off the hands of Megan Hertz and out of play. So 8-2. Bugis picks up the ball, throws it over to Jenkins, and Jenkins gets ready to serve here. Her team trails 8-2 in this one as, once again, it looks like there are no more available seats already for this next championship match, as Rollins fans may be getting here a little bit late in this third place match and seeing that Lyman's fans are already seated and have taken up the good spots. That one's blocked at the net there. Rinker sees it go right back onto the Douglas side and land there, and it is 8-3. So Jenkins serving again here, trying to give her team a boost of energy, some life back into this third set after they trailed 8-1. And that one, Rhodes attacks it from the far left side, trying to go to the right side, and she slams it into the net again, and it is 8-4. So Frankie Jenkins back to serve. Jenkins keeps it alive. On the outside, Fertig going to swing for it. Bugis goes all the way back. She dives onto the hard concrete that is not floor material, and she seems to be okay, but she could not keep it alive. And it's out of play. And it's 9-4 here in set number 3, as Schultes takes the ball from the ball girl and will serve. Lindy Herford backs up, takes the serve. On the outside, Lindy Herford gets it back after the set. Sends it over to Schultes. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes going to attack it, and Hayden Rhodes hits it right through the court. Frankie Jenkins throws her arms up in frustration as she knows that she was probably the one to get that ball, as it kind of went right in the vicinity of where she was, and she wasn't able to get to it. Lindy Herford takes the serve, gets it over to the Douglas side on the first ball. Hayden Rhodes going to push this to the back corner. Bugis rotates and is there. Georges going to back set this to Haley Herford. Haley Herford, was it touched? No touch at the net. It's straight out of the court. And it's 11-4 in this one. Third set, Douglas won the second set after losing the first. Douglas seems to have the momentum in this one. Bugis back to serve, back to spike it. Back row attack, could not finish it off. On the outside, Jenkins, Herford, Lindy Herford goes right in between two Douglas players. I believe that was Emma Saunders and couldn't see the other number. It might have been Riley Seeds. Both kind of came together and then backed off at the last second. Bugis back to serve. Her team trailing 11-5. Hertz, Bugis in the back row. On the other side, Herford taps it over the net. Lindy Herford. And this one's tapped over by Hayden Rhodes. Bugis goes off the court to take this one. And third ball from Lindy Herford gets over the net onto the Douglas side. Seeds will send it long to Rhodes, and Rhodes slams it right up the sideline, and Bugis makes a dive for it. Cannot get there in time. And it's 12-5, Douglas with the advantage here. Creeping up on 3 o'clock, that championship match scheduled for 4 p.m. Obviously, we will start later if we need to, but as it stands, about an hour away from this championship match here in Casper Event Center. And that serves into the net, so Douglas gives the possession back to Mountain View here. And Haley Herford, to serve. Georges in the middle, sets up Stevens. Stevens over to Schultes, makes a dive to keep it alive. Rhodes sends it back to the Mountain View side. Georges on the outside will set up Lindy Herford left. Lindy Herford goes right, and it's right on that right sideline. The official makes the call. It is in play, and that's another Mountain View point. 12-7 in this one. As Haley Herford will get the ball back. And serve. Over to Schultes. Seeds. Hayden Rhodes. Off the net, but not a back row attack. We'll attack this one. On the outside, swing forward, and that is Lindy Herford straight through the court and in play on that one. And a timeout for Angela Rhodes and her team as they now only lead 12-8. We're going to take this timeout too on mylocalradio.com.
My patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Casper Event Center, that's where we're located here, and this 3A third place match has been a good one so far. Back and forth, Douglas with the momentum, but Mountain View trying to take some of that momentum back here in this third set. After falling down 8-1, they are back out on the court, trailing 12-8, so a nice 7-4 run here for the Buffalo. And Herford has the ball ready to serve. Haley Herford serving, gets it over the net. Hayden Rhodes attacks it and cannot pick it up. She stepped right in front of her libero, Aubrey Schultes. Usually not the best idea when you step in front of a libero on a serve to receive it, and it didn't work out. Mountain View with the point, 12-9 in this one. On the outside, swinging forward, Hayden Rhodes sends it to the back row. Frankie Jenkins is there. Georges over to Lindy Herford. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes. Jenkins steps in to take that one, digs it up. Georges, back row attack for Lindy Herford, and she got underneath it. And she sends it long out of play there. 13-9 on that one. After that long ball goes out of play. Georges, second ball, coming over to Lindy Herford, blocked at the net. Georges is there. Bugis comes in, takes the second ball, gives it over to Stevens. Stevens just pushes it to the back line. Once again, Rhodes steps in front of Schultes to take that one. Still live off the net, and nope, it did hit the ground there. Looked like a pancake, looked like they kept it off the floor, and Haley Stevens shaking her head at the referee, has some words for him. Not a good idea to talk to the ref like that, but she believes that she was able to get her hand underneath that one. Going to take out some of her frustration on this ball and this spike. Not able to finish the point, however, as Ego gets it back. Ego back onto the Mountain View side. In the middle, Stevens. Herford over to her sister, Lindy. Pushes it. Kept alive. Ego going for the kill. Cannot get it. Dug up there by Bugis. Sends it to the back row. Georges just had to do something with it and blocked at the net there. I believe that was Haley Stevens. Comes up big there in the middle. Still a little frustrated, you can see on her face, but certainly helps when you're getting a block and a kill like that. And into the net. That one goes into the net off the serve of Lindy Herford. It's 15-10. Douglas with the lead here in the Casper Event Center, where the Buffaloes and the Bearcats are playing. Seed sets it up on the outside. Ego just kind of has to roll it over the net. She does. On the outside, Frankie Jenkins just punched over from Douglas, kept alive. Georges, Jenkins rolls it to the back corner. Seeds in the middle, Fertig still alive. On the outside, Jenkins blocked at the net and still kept alive there. Looked like a carrying violation by Fertig. No call, and still alive in this long rally. And Lindy Herford, a back row attack, rolls it right into the net. I see the Herford family sitting right next to me, and immediately head goes into hands, covering the face after that one. Felt like a long rally that they could have won on that one. Georgia's going to get this serve, give it over to Jenkins. Jenkins off the block and kept alive. Fertig attacks it. Back to the Mountain View side. Jenkins blocked at the net, back onto the Mountain View side. Jenkins wasn't ready for it, and that is a Douglas point here. 17-10 in this one. As the Mountain View players streaming out of the tunnel, ready to go here in case this match ends after 4 sets. That serve, not able to be handled there. I believe that was Haley Stevens who had her hands on it. Goes out of play, and it's 18-10. Douglas with the lead. Back to serve and into the net. That one, a service error from Douglas. Gives the ball back to Mountain View here. Stevens on the back line. Bugas checks out in favor of Rinker in the front line. Schuldes cannot get to that serve. A diving effort on the concrete all the way into the tunnel. Sliding way out of play there was a Douglas player. She seems to be all right. That was Hayden Rhodes, coach's daughter. I think the coach, Angela Rhodes, kind of had a word to say to her, like, hey, don't dive on concrete. Come on, what did I teach you as a kid? Hayden Rhodes gets this third ball open over the net. Frankie Jenkins blocked. Back to the Mountain View side. Rinker going to try at it. Schuldes comes in and takes the ball. On the outside, swinging forward, and it is out of play. So Mountain View able to keep that one alive. 18-13 in this one. Haley Stevens floats this one over the net, or not over the net. Actually, it's too short, and it goes into the net on that one, and it's 19-13 in this one. Back to Stevens' serve as Riley Seeds. Goes over to Jenkins. Jenkins gets it to Georges. Rinker in the middle. Rinker blocked. And not quick enough behind Rinker was Allie Bugas as the ball hits the ground in front of Bugas after Rinker was blocked at the net. 20-13, Douglas leading here in set number 4, trying to take a 2-1 set advantage in set number 3. Georges in the middle, attacked by Fertig, and that's off of a Mountain View player and out of play there, and it is 21-13. So Douglas trying to close out this set. Ton of fans over on this 3A court. I would say this 3A court, by the looks of it right now, is the most populated court based on fans either for this match or the next. We've seen a lot of blue, a lot of red now streaming in for Rollins as well, but they're seeing there are no more seats for them as the linemen came here early to get the best seats available. On the outside, Riley Seeds. Kelsey Georges on the outside. Frankie Jenkins swinging for it. Blocked. Kept alive. Haley Herford. Frankie Jenkins keeps it up. Hayden Rhodes taps it over the block. Kelsey Georges on the outside. Back row attack from Lindy Herford. Able to be kept alive by Schuldes, and Bugas comes in to take the bump. Rinker going to be tapping it over the block. A diving effort there. Once again, keeps it alive. And this one out of play there. I believe that was Camden Townsend. Or no, that was not Camden Townsend. That was Jocelyn Ego. Had to bump it over the net. She tried a quick play there, and she sent it out of bounds up that sideline. And it is 21-14. Blocked at the net there, and off of Rinker, well out of play. It is 22-14. Douglas closing in on a 2-1 set advantage in this third place match here at the 3A West versus 3A East Volleyball State Championships. This one rolled over the net, kept alive. Fertig, and Fertig in the middle. Nope, that's going to be a double hit. So Fertig did slam that one home, but before that counted, it was a double hit on the set. So 22-15 is the score as Mountain View trying to get back into this one. Frankie Jenkins serves it over the net. Bugas keeps it alive on a bump. Georges going to set this wide to Lindy Herford. Bugas, Georges on the outside. Haley Herford, on the right side, could not finish it. Hayden Rhodes will try to finish it. Bugus is there on a bump. On the left side, Lindy Herford cannot finish it. Fertig in the middle will try. She will not originally here, and Rinker just comes in from the middle to slap at it. Schulte, second ball coming up. This third ball is immediately powerful. Back bump over. Free ball from Mountain View. They somehow get it over. Lindy Herford up the left sideline, and that ball is in by a couple feet there, and it's 22-16. Mountain View fans trying to get into this one, trying to cheer on their team here in this third place match before watching the championship match. Frankie Jenkins sends it to the back line, still in play, kept alive, is bumped over the net there. Rinker rather. Lindy Herford, Haley Herford taps it over the net. Hayden Rhodes just taps it over a double block. Georges comes in. Bugus gives the second ball to Lindy Herford. Lindy Herford trying to finish it. Cannot. Tap to the back line. Bugus is there. Georges going to give this in the middle to Rinker. Rinker taps it over a double block, but that 6'4" arm length of Fertig comes in handy there as she's coming to the round. She keeps it alive. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes throws it off the block of Rinker. Rinker looks down at her hand, says, dang, what happened there? And that is out of play. So it is 23-16 in this one. 23-16 in this third set. On the outside, Lindy Herford sends it all the way to the back line. That is Rhodes attacking it. Lindy Herford got a left hand on it and smacked it back over the net. Bugus takes the dig. Georges on the outside. Lindy Herford throws it off the block, keeps it alive. On the outside, still up, still alive. Georges on the outside. Lindy Herford rolls it to the back corner. And this one goes to the back corner. Frankie Jenkins sends it back onto the Douglas side. Georges keeps it up. Lindy Herford sends it to the back line. Herford, Georges. Haley Herford sends it back. Fertig was there. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes swinging forward. Hayden Rhodes throws it off the hands of Haley Herford and out of play there. And it is a set point here for Douglas in this third set, trying to go up 2-1. They lead this one 24-16. Bugus, Georges in the middle, and that is slapped to the corner. Schultes was there, and ball goes out of play. Mountain View lets it go, and it is 24-17. So Mountain View desperately trying to fight their way back into this one as they did in that previous set, and just like last set, it is Allie Bugus serving. She floats this one over, able to be picked up by Douglas. Fertig in the middle, slams it off the block, kept alive. Lindy Herford sends it to the back line. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes swinging to end the set, cannot, as Haley Herford had her long arms up and ready on that one. 24-18 here in set number 3. Once again, another set point here for Douglas. Bugus back to serve, gets some instruction from her coach, gives it to Schultes. All the way on the outside, Hayden Rhodes. Bugus makes a dive for it, keeps it alive. Jenkins over to Lindy Herford, pushes it to the back corner, still alive. On the other side, Hayden Rhodes looking to end it this time, cannot. Georges gets the second ball, gives it to Lindy Herford on the left side. Right back to Rhodes, to Seeds, back to Rhodes on the right side, and that one goes over the shoulders of Frankie Jenkins and in play, and it is a 25-18 set number 3 goes to Douglas. And Douglas is one set away from a championship match going on here. Douglas will be third place winners. If they win this next set, Mountain View will need to win the next 2 in order to get that third place crown. So as it stands right now, we have a tight one here in Casper. Join us after this commercial break.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PepMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PepMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PepMinerals.com.
Back here at the Casper Event Center where the Mountain View Buffaloes had their backs up against the wall, cannot give up any more sets here to the Douglas Bearcats if they want to be third place. Want to win third place here as Douglas now leads 2-1. Keep in mind we still have a championship match to come. That's scheduled to start at 4 p.m., but if this goes to 5 sets, that will not start at 4 p.m. It might start closer to 4:30. But obviously, we do not know the schedules ahead of time here, so scheduled for 4 o'clock, but that is all subject to change due to matches before or after us running out or running quick or long. So as it stands right now, Mountain View trailing 2-1. They're going to need a valiant effort here in set number 4. Let all their emotions out of their head if they want to remain alive. So as it stands right now, teams coming back out onto the court in this one. And Mountain View serving. On the outside, Fertig, just like the previous 2 sets. That's how the 4th set will start, is Fertig in the middle, just taking an easy set right on the top of the net, sitting there for her, and she slams it home. 1-0 here in set number 4. And that one is out of play. So a service error will give the point back to Mountain View here. 1-1 is the score in the 4th set. Haley Stevens back to serve. Stevens serves at the back left corner. Picked up there and blocked at the net. It goes over the net momentarily and goes back on the Mountain View side, and that will be a Douglas point as Fertig will check out in favor of Townsend. Schultes back to serve. Gets it over to Jenkins in the middle. Rinker blocked at the net. Rinker was ready for it. And it's back on the Mountain View side. Blocked at the net, this time by Jenkins. Rhodes sends it over the net there, and that one is a kill for Douglas as that one goes over the net. And that is going to be a Douglas point. Apologize for the pause mid-sentence there. I had to sneeze. 3-1, Douglas with the lead here in set number 4. This one sent back to the Mountain View side. Jenkins, Georges gives it back to Jenkins. Jenkins blocked at the net, right in front of the outstretched hands of Haley Hereford, and that one falls on the Mountain View side, and it's 4-1. You can kind of see some frustration on the court. Hey, this is not going how we thought it was, and they don't want their season to be over. You can tell Mountain View, they're fighting their guts out. All heart right now on the court, and that one is tapped over by Hayden Rhodes, and right in front of the back row where Haley Hereford couldn't get to it. And it's 5-1. Douglas leading. This one tapped over, kept alive. Blocked at the net, and nope. Actually, there is a call on the back line, and they say it went on the wrong side of the antenna, so Mountain View gets the benefit of the doubt there as the attack from the outside went on the wrong side of the antenna. The two large poles sticking up, you have to kind of go in between those two poles. Those are the out-of-bounds lines. And that is out of play after touching a Mountain View player, and that is a Douglas point there. Douglas celebrates, and they have the 6-2 advantage here. Douglas leading this one 6-2. Every single court is 2-1 in sets, including ours right now in the fourth. Everyone is right about at the same point as well, so might start all four matches at the same time, whatever time that may be. Rinker blocked at the net, and that is on the Douglas side, so that's going to be a Mountain View point. Buffaloes celebrate after that one. It is 6-3 here. Frankie Jenkins back to serve. Frankie Jenkins tosses it to the back corner. Kept alive momentarily, tapped over the net. Georges, Bugis, Lindy Hereford slams it off the double block in the front line, and that's out of play. And that will be a Mountain View point. They now trail 6-4 here in set number 4 as both teams look to keep it going. Jenkins in the back line, and that is out of play. A service error straight through the court. In the back line, Douglas serving. Georges going to give this one over to Lindy Hereford. Lindy Hereford gets blocked at the net, and it is not blocked by a Douglas player. It will just went into the net, pop back on our own side, so that is a Douglas point. 8-4, Bugis. Georges on the outside, Lindy Hereford throws it to the corner. Hayes is there, and that one Rhodes cannot get to, as Hayden Rhodes, comes up just short there, and it's 8-5. Bugis in the back row. On the outside. Bugis. Over to Lindy Hereford. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes. And that one is sent over from Lily Hayes off the block out of bounds, and that is another Douglas point here as they've opened up the top section of the bleachers all the way across. And the Rollins fans and the leftover fans ready for this championship match have started to stream all the way up towards the rafters, so it should be interesting to see here how full this arena gets. As like I said, there are no more seats available directly behind me in this 3A section. In front of this 3A court, that is because obviously there are Douglas and Mountain View fans here, but all the Lyman fans showed up before this match began to get their prime location seats, knowing that once those seats are taken, even the loser or winner of this match probably will not be giving up their seats. They'll just stick around for the championship match. So they just wanted the best seats possible, so those Lyman fans showed up, and they have taken over the majority of this section. Not sure exactly what number section we are in. Can't really see the numbers behind my head. About 118, 119, I think. So as it stands right now, Lyman and Rollins sitting and waiting for this championship match to get going, as a timeout was taken, by the way, so you're not missing any action. I didn't know if I had said that. Didn't want you to think I'm just rambling on for no reason here. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors and advertisers for this 2018 sports season. This was the fall season. I will be back next week in Laramie when the Mountain View Buffaloes will try to repeat as state champions when they face Buffalo in the state championship game next weekend. That'll be in Laramie on Saturday at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. sharp, a nice morning kickoff there, and see how both teams deal with that. Mountain View is used to playing in the mornings and the afternoons due to their no field lights, so maybe they have the advantage at least out of field conditions. That was attacked from the middle, and Fertig uses the block to her advantage. Goes all the way back into the baseline bleachers, and it is 11-6. Douglas leads. On the outside, serve from Douglas, Georges, over to Stevens, and Stevens sees it come right back to her. Hereford was on her knees and was there, but just couldn't get the angle on it. Ball came on her too quick, and it is 12-6 in this one. Mountain View needing something to get going quickly here. Lindy Hereford taps it to the left side, not able to finish the point. On the other side, that was Ego. And Lindy Hereford throws it off the block. No, not off the block. It just went into the net and rolled out of play there. And it is 13-6. Douglas enjoying this advantage as Seed serves. Georges takes the second ball, gives it up to Haley Stevens off the block and out of play. And that's going to be a Mountain View point. So Mountain View down 13-7 in this one. At 3:23 here in the afternoon. A full day of volleyball for me here at mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3. And this one attacked on the outside. Seeds gets it over to the Mountain View side, and Mountain View blocked it or dug it up, and it goes on to the Douglas side and lands in play. So a little luck there from Haley Hereford. She digs it up, goes over the court on a line drive, and unsuspecting there was the Douglas team. And Douglas will get it right back as that is set up and spiked away from the 6'4" Allison Fertig. In the back line, served, kept alive, and Jenkins taps it, and that's over the net, and that's going to be another Douglas point here as Douglas leads this one 15-8 here in set number 4 as that is into the net on the serve attempt there, and they'll give it back to Mountain View as Mountain View trails 15-9 in this one. Haley Stevens kept alive. Seed's going to set this up for Fertig. Fertig goes up the right sideline, right by the outstretched hands of Haley Stevens, and that is in play. It is 16-9. 16-9 in this one. Schulte is back to serve here for Douglas with a 7-point advantage. Georges going to set it up middle. Rinker slaps at it, keeps it up. And this one's in the middle. That was Townsend, not able to finish the point there. On the outside, Jenkins taps it over the line, keeps it up. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes swinging forward, and Hayden Rhodes sends it out of play, but it was off of a touch of Mountain View, and it is 17-9. So this third place match closing in for Douglas as they need one set to win this match, and they're 8 points away from taking third place at Casper in the state playoffs after losing yesterday. On the outside, swinging for it. Kept alive. Fertig slaps it off the block and right in front of Bugis in that back row. And it's 18-9. Douglas looking good here, and they are about 7 points away from a third place trophy or plaque. I don't know what exactly you get for third place. Might just be bragging rights. But albeit, Mountain View not done yet as Haley Hereford jumping up and down after celebration after that one. She's still motivated and trying to keep her team alive here. She does not want this one to finish out. 18-10. On the outside, Hayden Rhodes swinging for it, blocked by Rinker at the net. Rhodes sends it back. Jenkins bumps. Georges on the outside, tapped up and over by Haley Hereford, and Haley Hereford gets a point. So it's 18-11 now. Mountain View trying to close the gap and get back into this fourth set. They hope it's not the final set for them. Georges gets it over the net. Kept alive in the middle, blocked. Still up, still alive. Bugis on the outside. Frankie Jenkins swinging. Frankie Jenkins connects. Schultes was there, however. Rhodes on the left side, rolls it over the net. Nice dig there from Haley Herford. Rinker at the net, blocks that attempt. Back on the Douglas side, all the way to the back corner. Bugis is there. Georges on the outside. Frankie Jenkins swinging. Schultes connects. Hayden Rhodes going to tap this over. Georges is there. Bugis. Haley Herford going up the line, and Schultes tried to get her hands up quick enough, but could not. Goes off her hands, ricochets into her own bench, and it is 18-12. So Mountain View, a couple points in a row here. Kelsey Georges to serve. Schultes seeds all the way on the left side to Hayden Rhodes. Was it touched? It was at the net. I believe that was Haley Herford or Kelsey Georges. One of the two got a touch on it. Ball went out of play, and it's 19-12. Rollins and Lyman Eagles next in the championship match following this one. And that is out of play, and that is a service error. Not going to help Douglas's case out here in closing out this match. It's 19-13. It looks like Star Valley is going to close out Thunder Basin on the 4A court. And that one is out of play on our court. Bugis, a back row attack. Got too much under that one, and it is 20-13. On court 1A, they're going to a fifth set, and court 2A is still in their fourth set. Haley Herford slaps at it and throws it off the block of Townsend, and it goes all the way into the back corner, and that is a Mountain View point, so 20-14 in this one. The Buffaloes trailing, trying to get the lead back here as Schultes takes the serve and sends it way out of the court, out of play. And that will be a Mountain View Buffalo point. So 20-15, Bugis serving, trying to go on one of those long runs. Star Valley has closed out Thunder Basin, by the way, and Bugis serves it right into the net. Too short on that one, and it's 21-15. That's just the way it's gone for Mountain View today. In the back row. Kept alive by Jenkins. All the way on the outside. Swinging forward is Stevens. Lands on the Douglas side after a Fertig block. Comes down with her, and it is 21-16. 21-16, the lead here for Douglas. Fertig in the middle. Blocked. At the net. And the scoreboard has cut out here. The scoreboards on the 3A and 4A court have cut out, so we'll have to keep you updated on the score there. There it is. There it goes. It's 22-17 now. 22-17 as they cut out the scoreboard on the 4A court, which also cut out the scoreboard on the 3A court so they can do a podium celebration for their Star Valley for getting third place. 22-17 is the score on the outside, swinging for it. Ego. Tap to the back of the line. Lindy Herford. Rolled over the net. Jenkins on the outside. Lindy Herford taps it over a double block. Kept alive. Still swinging for it. And that's Lindy Herford. Keeps it up. Georges. Third ball needing to be put over. It is. Haley Stevens gets it over the net. On the outside, Fertig. And this one rolls over the net. Stevens slaps it back over. Still a long rally here. Hayden Rhodes gets it over. Georges, let's see if Lindy Herford can finish it. She can. She goes near side right across the court. Goes cross court right across the net. And it is 22-18 in this match. 22-18. Lyman waiting on deck. They might have to wait for another set if Mountain View can come all the way back here. Stevens slaps it over. Fertig comes down with it, and it's 22-19. That's going to be a timeout. Angela Rhodes, we're going to take that timeout with her on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Some "We Are MV" chants going around here. Their fans maybe starting to believe in this comeback. They trail 22-19 after a timeout from Angela Rhodes and Douglas. Mountain View still fighting here. 22-19 is the score. Fertig in the middle, sends it to the back corner. Haley Herford is there, keeps it up, keeps it alive. Jenkins sends it to Scholdes on the opposite corner. Bad set there. Ego just has to blast it over. Scholdes, first ball, second ball. Ego on the left side, blocked, and it comes down on the Mountain View side. Haley Stevens got a carry of that one. Diana Timms pleading with the down official. I think she wanted a carrying violation at some point in that point. And it's 23-19. Douglas leads. On the outside, Haley Stevens swinging forward, and Haley Stevens hits it out of bounds. Diana Timms really wants a tip on that one. She's not going to get it. The refs do not oblige with her, and it's 24-19. A set and match point, and that is out of bounds. Just missed there. That was Ego. Jocelyn Ego tried to get the ace to finish out their tournament, but could not get it. 24-20, Haley Stevens back to serve. Set and match point here for Douglas once again. Scholdes, this one's going to go wide on the outside. Hayden Rhodes trying to finish her off, cannot. She's going to get another attempt here. She taps it over, keeps it alive is Rinker in the middle. Rinker taps it up, and third ball need to be blasted over. It does get over. Rinker taps it over to Georges. And Jenkins cannot finish it. Frankie Jenkins. Hayden Rhodes going to swing for it, cannot finish it. Georges in the middle, Allie Rinker trying to finish it, cannot. Hayden Rhodes once again, and Hayden Rhodes hits the sideline, and Douglas will be your third place team out of the 3A state playoffs. The Mountain View Buffalo season has ended. The Douglas season has ended as well. Douglas is third place out of the 3A conference, the 3A classification, and the Mountain View Buffaloes have gotten fourth place here in the 3A West playoffs. So, still something to be very proud about for their team. And it is a mad scramble in here as some of those Mountain View Buffalo and Douglas fans are in the bleachers here. And as those fans get up, maybe to exit, there's been a long stream of fans trying to grab some of those still available seats in case the Mountain View and Douglas fans exit. There are a lot of fans here, and it is 25-20, I believe that final set was. They did cut out the scoreboard for a podium celebration. So Mountain View is your fourth place team. Douglas is your third place team. I will be joined back here for the championship stream that's going to start around 4 o'clock. I'll join for some pregame festivities and more on the, if you're listening on mylocalradio.com, go to that championship stream. When that starts, we will let you know. And KADQ 98.3, tune in around 3:55, maybe 4 o'clock. I'm not exactly sure when they will start the next match, but anywhere in between that time, check for that live broadcast of the championship match of the 3A conference. The Lyman Eagles and the Rollins Outlaws for all the marbles. Once again, I'm Sean Bennett. Thanks for listening to Mountain View Buffalo season. I'll be back for some Lyman volleyball action following this right away.